What are you doing? Why are you outside like this?
I finally got it. My precious.
Come on, let's go. You gotta go record. Dad just completed your collection.
Oh yeah, you're right. Now we can record the video.
Let's go.
Alright, let's go back in. Phew. Yeah, alright. Finally. I get to come out of hiding. Alright. Oh, don't need this anymore. Get that out of there. Woo! Hey guys. What's up, you guys? It's that Levan. Here we are back at it again with another video, and I finally get out of hiding because I finally got to have or get the last piece of the puzzle. We completed the Millennium Puzzle, guys. I'm kidding. This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! We completed the last piece that I needed to complete the Venomized collection of pops that I've been actually collecting. This turned into, I want to say, almost an obsession. I needed to have all these pops, and I finally got in Ghost Rider, so join me in this fun video because it's going to be awesome, guys. And man, I can't wait to talk about all these pops. So we're going to start with the first one, and I want to start with the one I got first to the one I got to this point, the very last one that I've gotten. So we'll start like that. So before I show you the very first Venom pop that I managed to get in this collection, I actually wanted to say I'm not going to take them out of the box like I usually do or like I did in my last video. What I'm going to show you all of them in the box, and then at the end I'm going to just show a small clip of all of them outside of the box because I thought that would be a really cool idea. So we'll see how that works out. Let me know if you guys like that though. So let's go ahead and get started with the first one. So first of all, of course, we had to get the actual Venom pop, and I believe it was between this one and probably Venomized Captain America, one of the first ones that I got, but it's actually Eddie Brock as Venom. And you can see that his mask is kind of, well, not his mask, right? But the symbiote is kind of halfway coming out or building into his face, I guess, in a sense. And it makes it look really cool. It really makes it look like Venom. So I really like what they did with the actual Venom pop. I think it's pretty cool. So now, after this one, I actually managed to get Venomized Captain America. Let me go and show you that guy. Now here is where I thought to myself, okay, I have to collect this whole series of Venomized pops. Venomized Captain America looks amazing. Just check it out. This is why I love collecting pops. I'll keep saying it. Whenever Funko does things like this, different things outside of the box. It's just something that, you know, you don't see every single day. You know, when are you going to see a Venomized Captain America? Now, of course, I do want to let you guys know that most of these Venomized pops, like Venomized Captain America, Iron Man, Loki, Ghost Rider, those are all actually comics, you know. So if you want to check out those comics, I don't know exactly where they are, but you can probably Google it and you can find most of these, you know, iconic characters Venomized in comic book, you know. So that's really, really cool. So that's why I really wanted to collect this whole series, and I think it looks amazing. So Venomized Captain America is the next one in the line. But now, next up, I have this guy right over here. Now this one is probably one of my top 3, but it's Venomized Iron Man. Now a few people that I talked to personally didn't like this one, and that kind of, you know, I was weirded out whenever they told me they didn't like it, because I saw it and I was like, what do you not like about this epic looking pop? You know, and it's just so amazing. I like what they did with it, and it stays true to what they actually did in the arts of, you know, Venomized Iron Man. I believe he's one of the ones that, you know, they turned from comic book form into pop. But I just love what they did, you know, with his, pretty much his thrust, I guess you can say, of like fire or whatever coming, like this red smoke or whatever that red thing is coming out of his thrusters, and that looks amazing. And that actually acts as the base for this Iron Man. So I think that's really, really cool. And you guys will get a better look at it whenever I do the whole pan out at the end of the video. Alright, after that, I actually got the regular Carnage, Cletus Cassidy. Very cool looking pop. Now, of course, in the movie, I don't want to make any, or I don't want to say any spoilers or anything like that, but Carnage, or the character of Cletus Cassidy, he didn't really appear in the entirety of the movie. Now, I will say this. Carnage is a very cool character, first of all. But I don't know if this is the actual movie form of Carnage from the new Venom movie, which is actually, that's pretty much the license I think that they use for these pops. I don't know if it's that one from the movie or if it's one from the comic book. So if one of you guys know, let me know, because I'm very curious to find out. But Carnage is the next one, okay? Now after that, let me show you one that I really liked and I thought was really cool. Alright, next up is Venomized Black Panther. Now, we're running into the exclusives now. Now, Venomized Black Panther was actually a GameStop exclusive. You can only get it at GameStop. Now, he is also one of the ones that was turned from comic book into a pop form. So, you know, when I started seeing all of these, and I actually honestly did not know that these pops actually, some of them, you know, were comic books. So some of these iconic characters, they turn them into these pops. I'm sorry, they turn them into these Venomized characters of themselves, you know, and now seeing them in pop form, I thought to myself, I need to have them. I keep saying that probably, but I really like them. So Venomized Black Panther is probably one of my top favorite ones, and it looks really cool. So here are the last four. Now these are the most recent ones I've gotten, technically, and these are the ones that they're either going to be the New York Comic Con exclusives or the Target Con exclusive, which you already know which one it is. And some of the ones that came out more recently, right now at this time. So let's go ahead and get started with the next one. Okay, so this one, again, it is Carnage, but it is the FYE exclusive Carnage. Now this is a Carnage with the sights. I don't know if it's sights or you want to say blades as hands. And that is really cool. I think they captured the character of Carnage very well in this FYE exclusive version of himself. Especially because Carnage is such a brutal character. You know, him having sights in his hand, I think that's pretty epic. Now, there's the other one, which is the one that I'm gonna show you right now. And give me 1 second. It is this guy right over here. Now, this Carnage with the tendrils, and I believe that is the right term to use for the tentacles that are coming out of his arms. And this is the NYCC exclusive, this year's New York Comic Con exclusive. So I think this one is very true to the character of who is Carnage. And I think the tendrils coming out of his arms just make it look more like, you know, there's actually a symbiote living in this human, you know, or in this, well, actually, you get what I'm saying. Technically, the symbiote is coming out of Carnage, you know, and you see it like expanding. So I think the tendrils is a really nice touch to it. But I am gonna say between this one and the Carnage with the sides, the FYE exclusive, I don't know. It's a tough choice for me, but I'll probably have to go with the one with the sides just because I love things with blades. I'm a big fan of samurais and stuff like that, so I think that one looks really epic. Okay, next up, the contender of #1 spot, along with the other one that I showed you, the most recent one I got, is actually Venomized Loki. Now, of course, Venomized Loki was part of the Target Con, like people like to call it, but he was revealed or released, you know, during the New York Comic Con weekend. So if you didn't manage to get this Venomized Loki, you probably do have to pay, you know, pretty much a higher price for this Loki, but it's not that bad, you know, compared to other pops. This one's not that bad. I think right now it might be going for about $30. You might be seeing it at a little bit more higher prices, but it ain't that bad. Now this one I definitely want to do a full review of it, but like I said, because there's so many pops, I'm gonna just do a little clip where I'm gonna let you see the exact details of every single pop, and it's gonna be really cool. So I really like this Loki, and it's contending to be #1 with this next one that I'm gonna show you right now. Now, of course, probably to me personally, I don't know if this was the one for you guys, the hardest one to get for me was definitely Venomized Ghost Rider. Now, if you try to get this pop online, it was nearly impossible. It was selling out. Walmart was actually just releasing it in batches, in small batches, I want to say. So it was very hard to get it. I think only once they did a big batch where they did a few hundred pops, maybe a few thousand. I might be wrong, don't quote me on that. But it was just one time and it sold out super fast. So Venomized Ghost Rider was definitely a hard one to get, and I managed to get it through an app that I do recommend you guys using. It was the Mercari app. Now this is very similar to eBay, where a lot of people just post things that they want to sell, and you as this buyer can, you know, ask them or offer them a price, or you can buy it now, like the option that you see on eBay. So I decided to buy this, and I bought it at a good price. It was a reasonable price, but I did get it for around that price I told you Loki was at, about 30 bucks. It was actually 31 plus tax and shipping and everything, so it wasn't too bad. Now, of course, I never found it at Walmart either. My Walmart is really slow when it comes to getting pops, so I said to myself, you know what? Forget it. I need this pop to complete my collection. I really want to complete this collection, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get it. So there is Venomized Ghost Rider. Next up, I'm gonna take all the pops out of the box so we can take a closer look at them. Alright guys, so this looks really epic, probably right here. It's amazing. I think they all look incredible, but real quick, I'm just going quick detail from first to last. Let's go ahead and get started with Venom, the Eddie Brock version. And moving over here, this is very simple. You know, it definitely looks like Venom, and it looks like the classic Eddie Brock too, like the top hair, the top part of his hair. I forgot what that hairdo's called. But anyways, it does have the classic Venom, the Spider-Man symbol in the middle, so I like that they added that. And in his hands also, it does have where his web comes out of, so that's pretty cool. So it doesn't stay completely true to the movie, I guess I could say, but it's still an awesome looking pop regardless. Next up, we have the Captain America. Now this one I'm a big fan of. A lot of people were a little iffy or skeptical about it, but I really like it. I love how the symbiote is kind of wrapping itself around Cap's shield, and it's just an overall really cool looking pop. Cap's the middle part or the breastplate of Captain America, also you can see kind of like the Venom symbiote, the Spider-Man symbol. In other words, it kind of just wraps around him, turning into something completely different instead of the Captain America symbol. And I love the big eyes. I love the big eyes in most of these, especially the Carnages, which we're gonna get to right now. So that's pretty cool. By the way, most of these pops, they do stand pretty well. None of them have stands. Now that's one thing to note. But this is probably my favorite one that stands on its own. The Venomized Iron Man, and especially when it comes, and now one thing to note is also they're all bobbleheads, but this one has a very firm bobblehead. I'm talking about super firm. You can't even notice that if it's a bobblehead or not, if it's just standing straight up, you know. But it's a really firm pop, and it's amazing. I think they did a really good job with it. This to me is a work of art. It looks really good. Now next up, of course, we got Cletus Cassidy as Carnage, the original one. This is the common Carnage. So I like this one. I really like this one. Now, if you guys follow pop YouTubers, then there is a YouTuber called Franklin, or FM McInnes, Franklin McInnes in other words, but he did a pretty cool thing. He actually swapped the heads of this Carnage and the FYE Carnage, and he just wanted to see what it looked like with scythes and what it looked like being just the common Carnage like this one. So that one's pretty cool. Has big feet, so it can stand on its own as well. Now this is probably the smallest of the bunch, the Venomized Black Panther, but still it looks really cool. Now I like the detail in the back, the tail. You can see how it's so weird, like it kind of just wraps around like a cat's tail in a sense, or a panther, I guess. I don't know about animals, guys. But it looks really legit, and I love the spikes, or the things, the bones, I guess, coming out of him, and they literally are coming out. So that is really cool. It really looks like a Venom pop. So I like most of these also with the tongue coming out, but I think this one is my favorite out of all of them. Now, of course, the most massive one out of all of them, next to Iron Man, this one stands the tallest and the biggest too. I thought to myself, I'm like, what did Funko think about whenever they were like, oh, should we do a Venomized Hulk pop? First of all, I think they definitely went through their heads, that this was probably going to be a 6-inch pop, because the plastic that covers the pop, this specific pop inside of his box, is so thin, because the pop is so massive. But it's amazing. I don't care what people say. I love everything about this pop, and it's just crazy detail. You can see the tongue just wrapping around Hulk and spikes coming out of it. Like literally it is spiky. Like you can feel it. So that is pretty cool and legit. So actually those aren't spikes, huh? Those are probably teeth. But anyways, you get my point. Now we have the FYE exclusive Carnage with the scythes. This one probably, and I still think it's my favorite out of this one and the NYCC exclusive. The FYE exclusive I think is still the better looking one for me, especially because of those scythes. I just love things with swords. I think I already said that. Enough. But the eyes I think is my favorite thing about these two Carnages. Now let me show you the next one, of course, which is the most recent one that has come out. It is the one with the tendrils coming out of his arms. And not much of a difference, you know. A lot of people are gonna love it, a lot of people are gonna hate it, because you're just gonna say, oh well, the mold didn't really change much. You know, they just put tendrils in his arms and it maintained the classic arms of the original Carnage, which is the Cletus Cassidy one. But still, it's a really cool looking pop. Love the bulging eyes. I'm talking about humongous eyes. They're not bulging, but you get my point. They're just humongous eyes. It looks amazing. Now, this one, I don't know, guys. It's hard for me. I'm probably going to decide right now. But the Venomized Loki pop is just incredible. I love it. Every single aspect of it. And just starting off with this cape, you know, all around, you can see just his cape is kind of like torn apart. You know, the symbiote just taking control of the character of Loki. It looks amazing. And then his staff is probably my favorite part. Just take a look at that staff. It has a tongue sticking out of it. That's just incredible. So, you know, and of course the classic Logi. Why did I say Logi? I'm thinking about Pokemon here, guys. Lugia. The classic Loki helmet, you know, with the horns, and it looks incredible. I love the little Superman hair detail there that they added. That makes it look pretty cool too. Oh, sorry about that. All right, there it goes. And of course, here is Venomized Ghost Rider. Now, this one is pretty incredible too. I love how I didn't notice it at first, but then I looked at the box art and then I looked at the actual pop, but he's holding the chains right there. And that makes it look more like Ghost Rider as it is. But his whole head is technically on fire, but they still manage to make it look like a Venom certain kind of character. So I love this. It would have been even more amazing if this pop was a glow-in-the-dark pop. What's wrong with me? If it was a glow-in-the-dark pop, I think it would have been more incredible as it is already. So out of these two, I would probably have to go with Loki just because of the amount of detail they put into that specific pop. So yeah, guys, check it out. That is incredible. I love this collection, and I think this one, if you want to collect this series of pops, guys, I think this is definitely going to be an out of the box, you know, kind of collection that you want to have. You definitely want to keep them out of the box because they look way better when they're outside of the box. Alrighty, guys. So I had to figure out the right angle for the camera to be in because this is a lot of pops and I'm laying them all out on the table. But as always, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of hurt my back whenever I was out there in the backyard waiting for that Ghost Rider. Whew, man, I was in hiding for a long time. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time being here, drop a like. That really helps me out as well. Hit that notification bell so you can know whenever more videos are coming out. And if you like this kind of videos, then you're going to like the next ones that are coming up too, guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and let me know which of these pops you guys have down in the comment section and which ones you guys are maybe still missing, or if you have the whole collection like I do, or if you're wanting to get something else too. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.